Yo, it's your boy Logos. And today I want to react to this viral video that I saw where seventh grade teachers are saying their students are actually reading at a fourth grade reading level. I think this is pretty concerning because children are the future of this country. And if children are uneducated or illiterate, that really limits what they can be in the future. That means less scientists, less doctors, less nurses, less astronauts, less anything that requires knowledge and skill. And I think that holds back everybody's society in cases of you needing some type of treatment and you need it for a doctor, but we have a shortage of doctors because people don't have the education to do it or the desire from an early age to put in the time, dedication, understanding, and the care that it takes to be a doctor. We're all going to suffer for that. And that goes for any other field. Having children being undereducated or being illiterate, I think just hurts the society overall. And if America is going through this, really needs to do something to stop it. I think this is something that could be the cause of many factors. Social media, Twitch, YouTube. Also, you have parents that really don't care about the students' education. They don't read to them. They don't help with homework. Sometimes they're too busy, but sometimes they rather just distract them with the screen and let them just play on a video game, watch some on YouTube, instead of interacting with them. It is pretty sad. They don't understand they're doing disservice or really don't care. I think another aspect of this, at least within the Black community, is that we don't uphold education enough. I say it over and over again. We were told you were acting right just because we like to read and we talk a certain way. And we didn't talk like no British, foreign people. We just talk with people with literacy. It's pretty sad if you ask me. It's not just stats, many different factors, but overall, this can be fixed. But if we recognize this problem and the ramifications down the line, we'll be better off from it. But let's watch this video to see what it says.
I'm gonna just say this. I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
7th grade English teacher here. I teach in Northern Houston, and I teach at one of the more affluent schools. When I tell you that these babies cannot read, they cannot write, and they cannot comprehend, I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious.
And that's a shame. Are these parents not reading to their children at night? Are they not helping them with homework? Are they not getting them off of the screens or the TV? I really think that's one of the biggest factors into it. Parents actually having a, I don't know, influence, discussion, a role to play in their child's education instead of just saying, you're the teacher, you take care of it. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't exist. I have kids constantly asking me, how do I spell window? How do I spell important?
In 7th grade.
How do I spell though? And they be serious. They're dead serious. I could ask them, who is the main character of your story? The story of 4-paragraph story we just read. Can't tell you. They don't know.
You wanna know what's even more crazy? I wanna know how many of these kids can't read or write at the level they can or they should be able to, yet they're able to recite rap lyrics or they know the different intricacies of their favorite video game, all this other stuff that really doesn't matter in comparison to their education. You could say that somehow, somewhere, these teachers need to make it more, I don't know, engaging. But at a certain point, you should know how to spell window at 7th grade. Like, come on, this isn't the fault of the teacher. This is the fault of all the other people that's involved in this child life. And if that's another thing too, how do parents don't know or understand that these kids can't do this type of stuff? Like I said earlier, they're not helping with homework, they're not monitoring their grades, they're not going to parent-teacher conferences. A lot of parents don't go to these parent-teacher conferences too. It's really sad because you can actually see and learn what they're doing wrong. But if you don't talk and engage with these teachers, what can you do? You have to put in the effort. You can't just sit back and say, let the government, let public schools do it. That's your child. You're going to suffer the consequences for it immediately. And like I said at the start, society as a whole going to suffer consequences of it later on. And it's pretty damn sad. Part of it, I would say the majority of it is the parents' fault. A small part of it is maybe like the kids' fault because they ain't taking it as serious as they should. But the kids, where's the parents?
They don't know. They don't know. It took us 4 weeks. 4 weeks to get through how to answer a question in a complete sentence.
Are you how to get through a question complete sentence? I really hope he's exaggerating, but he made it clear that he wasn't. But maybe my memory's wrong because it's been so long, but I definitely learned how to write a whole sentence in elementary school. We had essays, we had standardized tests, and I did perfectly fine. I was really good on those. So it's not like they're impossible to do. You have a teacher that's supposed to be helping you along the way, and your parents supposed to be helping you along the way. There's different conferences, report cards. You have like mid-grading period reports. We can see what they're doing like halfway through the quarter. There's really no excuse for this. These kids are capable of being better, and I think for the most part, their parents could do a lot more to help them get this way. I really don't see any excuse why they had to be reading at a 4th grade level. At 7th grade, it just makes no sense to me. And this is concerning. People really need to start caring about this stuff more. It's so easy to be distracted with social media and drama or celebrity BS, but this is our children, our future. Like all this nonsense we talk about how important the kids are and protecting them. Well, how about we enrich them at the same time? Not just keep them distracted and keep their mind numb. Get them off TikTok. Shoot, no wonder they can't read or they're illiterate or they can't really spell that well. They're so used to quick flashing things that last for maybe 15, 30 seconds and they give them some type of adrenaline or dopamine and they're done with it. They have a short attention span. Get them off this bullshit. They're too young for this. Some of these kids have cell phones in elementary school. Some of these kids know about stuff they shouldn't, like sets and all this other stuff in elementary school. And it's getting worse. They're getting knowledge of this at younger and younger ages because of social media, because of music, because of all this nonsense and BS they shouldn't be exposed to. And they're suffering for it. They don't understand because it's just fun to them, but they truly are suffering for it. I'm really curious to see what people think about this, if this could be turned around, or what you're doing to make sure your kids don't end up like this. I think knowledge, reading, literacy, it's just the building blocks of greater understanding and the pursuit of knowledge and the love of knowledge. If it wasn't for, I want to say, I don't know, I was reading books in elementary school a lot, but once I read Percy Jackson, The Olympians, I was just reading books a lot more because I found like something I love through Greek mythology. And that led to my love for history, and then that led to this channel in a way. So you don't know where you're going to end up, but pursuing knowledge, pursuing your passion, I think that just makes you it makes you a much better person. It makes you more whole overall, and it just increases your understanding about the world. And if you know more about the world, you have more options, whether it be employment, finances, or just traveling. Having these kids not be able to read or write or understand the bigger world around them only limits them. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like I said, bitch. It's your boy Logos, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.